Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to welcome in Colleen Padilla, the new Executive Director for SOREDI, Southern Oregon Regional Economic Development Incorporated. Colleen, good to see you. Thanks for coming in again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
Well, congratulations on the new position. When do you officially start?
My official start date is May 31st. Ron Fox will be leaving the 27th, so after the Memorial Day weekend, it'll be a new person at the helm, and I'm looking forward to it.
Ready to jump in, but you're very familiar with the organization. You've been there 15 years, is that right?
I have 15 years in November, so this is my 15th year. Started out as a project manager and worked my way into business development, and now here I am, stepping up into the lead.
Okay, and so business development is involved with recruiting businesses to the Rogue Valley?
You're right.
Okay, and so, for people who don't know, tell us, obviously that's a huge role of what SOREDI does, but tell our viewers what SOREDI does if they're not familiar.
So SOREDI has many different things that it does. Primarily, we help to launch companies, relocate companies, and help companies prosper in Southern Oregon. So a large part of what we've done over the years is actively look for companies that would have an interest in being in Southern Oregon via trade shows, courting site consultants from all over the nation, following up on leads that come through Business Oregon, or site consultants, or many times just directly from a company that says, I want to be in Southern Oregon, can you help me? And of course we say yes, and we try to figure out how that will work out for them, what they're looking for, and help them determine costs of doing business. What is the workforce like? What is the taxation like? All these factors that really make a difference to whether a business will thrive here or not.
And a huge part of that, at least from what we've seen locally, as we've talked to Ron and you before, is the importance of education locally and skilling up our own workers, the workers that are here right now. What can SOREDI do to help our base here skill up?
Well, it's a great question, and it is a great concern for the entire region. We serve both Jackson and Josephine County. It's one labor shed. So what we're working on coming up, we're working on ways to, in partnership with the Rogue Workforce Partnership, Rogue Community College, and other partners, really articulate what are the skills that are needed by many of our businesses in the region, so that we can then say, here's the crossover of these different skills, and how does this match up with the curriculum that we currently have, and how do we train up people to really step into those roles and those positions, so that when we do have a company that's considering our region, we can say, here's what's in the pipeline, here's the curriculum that we have adjusted to fit this need, and here's what you can expect coming out in 2 or 4 years, or even here, what's now? What do we have right now to offer? It's a very critical component. The number one thing we hear from businesses that already exist here and those that are considering being here is, what is the workforce like? It's the most important factor.
Okay, very good. We're going to take a quick break. Not much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with the new Executive Director of SOREDI, Colleen Padilla. So we're talking about the importance of education and skilling up our workforce. Where do you see Southern Oregon, Jackson, Josephine County going in the next 10 years as far as business goes?
Well, I think we're going to continue to see more companies that are focused on production, wood product components, electronics components, e-commerce, and some high tech. We have a broad diversity of companies. We don't have a lot with a lot of jobs in one area. So we're going to focus on raising up smaller companies that grow organically. The heart of what we do is always to help our existing companies grow and expand. So we need to pay attention to that. We're still going to court companies. We're still going to respond to their inquiries. But it's going to come back to your question earlier about workforce and are we prepared to receive them. So we will focus a lot of energy right now on workforce and some of the infrastructure issues related to bringing new business into the area.
And so with the the Fortune 500 companies, the Intels of the world, bringing their people to Sacramento and Portland and in San Francisco, Jackson County, Josephine County, we can't compete with that. Who can we compete for as far as business types?
Well, I think we're going to see some smaller companies that are privately held. There's a lot of interest in being in Southern Oregon because of its quality of place. So you see a lot of smaller companies that might have 10, 20, even 50 employees. If we can land them here and then help them grow organically to ramp up, that's really kind of our sweet spot. Some of those larger companies you mentioned, they might have a unit that needs to be in Southern Oregon, so that makes sense. Many big companies have satellite offices. We would love to have one of those because once they're here, maybe there's an opportunity for, again, just to continue to expand. So that's what we're looking to do, is just continue to be as attractive a business community as we can for those smaller companies and then help them grow organically. here.
Very good. Congratulations on the new position.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.